Hello everyone, and let's talk about Maeve Fly by CJ Leede. Woo, this went there. It is dark. This takes place in Los Angeles, California. Think Disneyland, although Disneyland is not specifically mentioned. I think they changed the name, if it even came up at all. There are references to Frozen. The main character in this, what is her name? Her name is Maeve. That's the name of the character. Her name is Maeve. This was published in 2023. This is a horror, and it is an adult, and it is dark, and it is gory, so please use caution. Maeve works at this kind of amusement park that families take, they go to with their kids and stuff, and she dresses up they dress up as characters. The movie that is referenced quite a bit is Frozen. It talks about Maeve having this blonde hair, and that is very close to the character. So she is basically playing Elsa in this book. The other person that is referenced quite a bit is Johnny Depp. So Johnny Depp comes up a lot. So Maeve is very dark. She has very dark thoughts. Not a great childhood growing up. Things like that. So you're following as she has these thoughts. Someone is leaving these little kind of messed up figurines around that's kind of messing with her. She's thinking someone's seen her do something she shouldn't have seen, or that has seen her do something they shouldn't have seen, something bad, and are messing with her. And so she's kind of got other stuff on her mind. She meets this one guy, has this huge sexual attraction to him, but doesn't want to let him in on her secrets. So, because she thinks it'll kind of destroy things. She basically is like this. There's an analogy of being a wolf among the sheep, and she is the wolf, and things like that. She is close to her grandmother, who is also described as being a wolf among the sheep, and things like that. So this is told in first person. This is a standalone book, and I think it was a debut for this author. Yeah, this is her first novel. It says that CJ Leede lives in LA with her boyfriend and motley crew of rescue dogs. That's all the About Author section says. There is an audiobook available for this. It is narrated by Sosie Bacon, and it is 7 hours and 59 minutes on standard one-time speed. So, not much I can tell you. It is dark. Maeve is like best friends with the gal that plays Anna in this, the redheaded sister. And her brother comes to town, and his name is Gideon. There is open door sex in this as well, BDSM, and threat of actually causing harm to someone. Again, this does go there. It gets dark. I had a great time reading this. I like it when books go dark. If they're gonna go there, I want it to go there. Don't tease me. You go there. So you're just following. She has these sexual relations. They bind someone, torture them, and things like that. There's a cat that plays a big role in this. That is her grandmother's cat. At one point, the cat does get sick, so please be aware of that. It does get descriptive and involves blood, and that she can't let anything happen to this cat because it's her grandmother's cat. Another thing, her grandmother in this, there's flashbacks to when she is getting to know her grandmother, but the biggest portion of this is with her grandmother basically in home care hospice type of a situation, and is basically right at death's door. So that can be uncomfortable for quite a bit of people. Think this does take place in the fall, and let's say there are some Halloween decorations that actually are not store-bought. They are homemade, and let's just say if these were discovered by law enforcement and realized what they actually are, someone would be in big trouble. Because it's not an arts and crafts, although it technically could be the way it's handled. But if your mind's going a certain place, it is. Like, think, you know how like dogs might somehow go and bury and dig up some bones? people can make bones, but the dogs find authentic bones, whether they're animal or not. Think kind of like that. Certain things that are made to get to the certain point that they are. Anyway, I'm trying not to give stuff away. Yeah, so it's just dark. Let's just say, what can I say? Murder and serial killer. Okay, those are the 2 words I'm going to give you. And following a dark, evil person. Their perspective, as I said, this is told in first person. And it does go there. It does get very graphic. Okay, that's pretty much all I can say without going into major spoilers, because a lot of stuff will be spoiling, and this is stuff, if you like dark and gore, then I think you'll like this book. Just, if you don't like any gore, then obviously give this one a pass. I like the gore. For me, so far, I have yet to find a book that is too gory for me personally, so I enjoyed it. If you don't like it, again, give this a pass, because it does go there. Yeah. And again, this does take place in Los Angeles. One thing I liked about this is at the beginning of each chapter, there's a fly, and now here, see, it's here. So this fly moves around with each chapter, just because that's what flies do. They move around, and her name is Maeve Fly. So, all right, so that's all I can tell you. Again, you have a sick animal. You have the blood and guts and gore. And that's pretty much all I can tell you. It is very dark. Okay. So those are your trigger warnings. There's not a lot of trigger warnings. Again, you do have the open door sex as well. So those are your standard trigger warnings. Now, as far as the words, in case you're still kind of on the fence, and I know I haven't said much about what this is about, but this is definitely one you kind of want to go in. I will say this, you can see teeth on here, and teeth are important in this book. There is a place that teeth are collected, and I'll leave that at that. So teeth are important. Yeah. Okay, let's go into the words, because I really don't want to spoil anything. We have the word fuck coming up 60 times. Semen, twice. Breast, 11. Nipple, sometimes it's where it uses nip, comes up 8. Dick, once. Porn, 6. Masturbate, twice. Bush, once. Bitch, 4 times. Oh, I do have a note. Other trigger warnings, you have alcoholism is talked about. And specifically with the gore, you do have some body horror in this as well, okay? All right, moving back on with the words. The word Jesus comes up 4 times. God comes up 16. Sometimes both of these are used in a religious sense, sometimes not, okay? The word vibrator comes up 9. Wet, once. Clit, twice. Hard, 5. Come, 5. Erotic, twice. Pussy, 6. Hoe, once. Shit, 29. Arouse, once. Hellfire, once. The name Christ comes up twice. Cunt, twice. Damn, twice. Ass, 6. Package, twice. The word suicide, once. Butt plug, twice. Asshole, 4. Bumfuck, once. Orgasm, once. Vagina, once. Head, once. Hell, 4. Bone, once. Plow, once. Ride, once. Ballsack, once. Grind, twice. Mount, once. Nipple clamp, 3 times. Ball gag, twice. So you can see where the BDSM is coming from, some of the tools that are used. Dildo, 6. Lips, once. Length, once. The word pedophile, once. Tits, 3 times. Cherry, once. Penis, twice. Cock, 4. Semi, once. Limp dick, once. Thrust, once. And the phrase, God damn it, once. So those are the words in this. As you can see, it's a little rough. However, it's not as rough as I thought the language would have been going into a horror book. Obviously, the word fuck comes up the most in this, 60 times, with this being 200. Oh, that's acknowledgments. Hang on. It's still over 250 pages. 271 pages. So, yeah. Let's just say, as I said, there's not a lot I want to say. Heavy on the gore, serial killer, and trying to figure out who and why. Yeah. Body horror, open door sex, and a sick animal involving blood, and the grandmother on home hospice healthcare. So those are your triggers. But yeah, so Maeve Fly is 27 in this. And that's really all I can say. I really don't want to spoil anything. If you're going to go into this and think you can handle the body horror and the gore, I don't want to say anything to spoil anything. That it's really hard with horror to say much because you really want to find this stuff out on your own. That when you discover this stuff on your own, that's why I give you the content and trigger warnings, so that you know, and the word counts, so you know if this is a book that you think you can handle and pick up and possibly enjoy if it sounds good, or if you need to give it a pass due to the content warnings and the word usage. But as far as the other stuff with horror, it's hard to describe stuff because I don't want to spoil anything. It's better, horror is better going into it not knowing a lot, so you can find out the twists and the stuff that it's like, is this a red herring or is this an actual, this is what it is type of a situation. I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Now, I do look forward, I hope CJ Leede writes another book. I look forward to what else she has that's going to be coming out, if anything at all. I really did enjoy this one. Let me know, have you read Maeve Fly by CJ Leede? Are there other books that you have enjoyed that are very gory and have a lot of body horror? If you have read those and liked them, let me know. I'm in the market. I do like reading body horror and very gory. For me, the more gore, the better. I like it when books go there and are very dark. So if you have suggestions of very dark and very gory books, let me know. I am definitely open to suggestions for those. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I will talk to you later.